Today, I'm going to be talking about how I'm planning to change my life over the next 6 months. And the primary objective of this video is to, one, sort of share what I'm doing to change my life and hope that the mental model and the thought and idea behind it can be applied to your life. It all starts with having a clear vision on your long-term goals. By this, I mean write out your 5-year goals and then break it down to 1-year goals. Then break it down to 6-month goals, and then break that down to 1-month goals, and then break your 1-month goals down into daily actions. Now, this I think is really important because as you can see, like when you think about your 5-year goals, you're like, oh, like it would be so amazing to, have a six pack, to have $10 million, to have a beautiful wife and beautiful kids, right? But like, how can you get there? Like you have this vision, but you need to realize that in life, to achieve anything, all you need is focus on where you're trying to go. Consistency. So you need to be consistently walking along that path with a focus/vision. I'll give you a clear example. In 5 years, I want a six pack, right? Actually, this is more of like a 1 year. In 5 years, I want a six pack. In 1 year, I still want a six pack. So like you see, like this goal really hasn't changed much. But in 6 months, where I want to be in 6 months? Maybe 4-pack, right? In 1 month, I want to lose 8 pounds. And then, okay, if I want to lose 8 pounds, what do I do each day? Walk 10,000 steps, not eat junk food, right? Like, do you see, like, if you do this for a long enough time, you will reach this, right? If you reach this, you will reach this. If you reach this and you keep doing the daily actions, you will reach this. So I think that framework of just having these massive problems and just breaking it down to like the simplest form and just doing that day after day after day is so important. Like, for example, so many people want to climb Mount Everest, but they don't realize to climb Mount Everest and reach the top, there's so many steps along that whole mountain that you need to go. Like, you don't just reach the top in a day. You need to go to the first camp, and that's like a milestone. You need to go to the camp after that, and that's like another milestone. Like, the whole point being is like, you need to build things up with consistent behaviors. I think it's also really important to sort of break down your goals. So I'll sort of say how I sort of did it. So like I categorize all my goals into 3 categories. I have physical health, mental, spiritual. And then you can sort of organize this in a way where it's like, okay, like in 5 years, I have a list of like these physical goals, like I want a six pack. I want to run a marathon. I want to climb Mount Everest. That's more of a physical goal. A mental goal could be something like, I want to increase my intelligence and learn more about the world. Okay, cool. That's a pretty good goal to have, right? But how can you sort of break that down? When you think about your goals, think of like something that's measurable. You want things that are quantifiable. Like, it's not subjective. Yes or no. You want all your goals to be yes or no. Did I reach a six pack? Yes or no. Did I make $1 million? Yes or no. Did I climb Mount Everest? Yes or no. So I guess that sort of like becoming smarter mental goal can be like, okay, in 5 years, I want to read 100 books. Cool. That's a great goal to have. Another mental one would be to cut out bad habits. That's a mental challenge, like for example, like in 5 years, if you want to quit smoking, that's a great thing to add to your mental goal. For me, I don't smoke, but I eat a lot of junk food. So my mental goal is to not eat junk food. A spiritual goal for me is to be more in touch with God, be more in touch with religion. So in order to do that, what's quantifiable? Go to church 100 times. You can do. For me, I want to pray every single day. Yeah, so over here you can see I sort of mapped out my broken down goals. So like in a year, I want to have a six pack, and that's like my physical win. In a year, I want to read 30 books, and that's like my mental win. In a year, I want to pray every single day of the year, and that's my spiritual win. And in 1 month, I want to lose 8 pounds. In 1 month, I want to read 3 books, and in 1 month, I want to pray every single day as well. And then as you can see, I like broke it down into like a daily task. And here, what you're really doing is you're gamifying your life. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term MMORPG, but pretty much you just want to sort of treat your life like you're a character in a video game. And you want to do these daily tasks to gain experience. And like that experience will lead to you to reaching a whole new level in which you are able to look in the mirror and be like, wow, I'm so proud of the person I've become. This is sort of how I'm planning to change my life over the next 6 months. I think things to remember would be that treat your life like a system. And by this, I mean like you are what you do each day. Your habits compound. I think it's really important to be breaking down your life into daily tasks that you can. The most important thing is to do this each and every single day, regardless of how you feel. I don't care if you slept for 1 hour, go out and walk 1,000 steps. I don't care if you slept for 1 hour, go out and pray to the Lord. Next is enjoy the process. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Make sure that these things align with your values and make sure it's truly things that you want to do. The next thing is understand the why. Understand why you're doing each thing. You know, like the idea of having these like big goals broken down is like you understand the why. For example, it's like I'm walking 10,000 steps a day because I know it'll help me lose that 8 pounds. And I know losing that 8 pounds will help me continue and get to that six pack. And yeah, the last thing is always make adjustments. I feel like very frequently I'll like do something for a bit and then I will like given I learn more information, I would add to my goals. Like for example, I read a book that goes really deep on the importance of visualization and the power that it gives to your self-confidence, gives to your self-image. And since I read that book, I do every night visualizations. Something I'm more recently going to add is like I want to learn about how to do machine learning. So now for an hour a day, I'm reading about that on top of my stuff. You have these like very ambitious goals, but don't worry about that. Don't focus on the result. Focus on what you can do each day along your direction. If you're trying to go from Los Angeles to San Francisco, there is a road. And if you just keep saying focus on that road day by day, you can walk from LA to San Francisco. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing or leaving a like. I hope the main idea and message of this was beneficial to you. And yeah, I hope you have a great day.